A dream interpretation podcast, and a journey into the mind. My name is Jonathan Saha, and I'm fucking broke. I don't have any money right now. My bank took all my money. God damn it.
My name is James Saha. I spent all of my money on my friends and family for Christmas.
You sucker.
My name is Carolyn Reel, and I have a zit on my face for about a week now.
And forever.
Here we are, episode 13, lucky number 13.
This is episode 14.
Episode 14, here we go. Lucky number episode 14.
To give you all a visual, John mentioned we're in our parents' basement, and we're wearing 3 different colored foam visors.
There's power in these
that
visors.
We found here. There's power in these visors.
Spider on mine.
Mm-hmm. What have your dreams been like lately, siblings o' mine?
Oh boy, Alberta.
What?
Oh,
like the beef jerky?
Oh, Alberta. I had a few. I wrote down a couple notes from one of them. I'll talk about one that I actually remember more of. I just remember we were like in like this big courtyard, almost where the Hogwarts kids learned to fly brooms for the first time.
Broomstickers.
Yeah. And they're broomsticking out in the quad.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, so in my dream I was in a similar place. But instead of broomsticks, we had these latches on the back of our legs, like on like our pants. I don't know if we were in like a weird suit or something. And we had these like bungee cords that you would lift up above your head in like a double punch fly motion. But you would do it as you're leaning forward. And you were able to like carry yourself and propel yourself forward using this like bungee system.
Something is off about the physics of that.
Yeah, but it was great. Just felt like you were revving up a double engine car or something.
Praise me.
It was so much fun though, just flying around. We were only I don't know 3-4 feet off the ground. But we were zooming around speeder style.
This is even better than being a wizard.
Yeah, it was weird. The other one I don't remember much of. There was just a chameleon riding a snake, and he didn't want to be, and he kept trying to change into like shades that are like weird patterns. And he was like a 3-dimensional chameleon.
He was riding the back of the snake?
Yeah, but he didn't want to be on the back of the snake.
Oh, wait, how could you tell? Was it just like you had a feeling?
He looked really freaked out.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like looking nervously around us. Chameleons always do, but
it
was weird. He was like pressing like shapes out of his body, 3-dimensional style, like just trying to change into like different flowering bushes.
Yeah, get a bumper sticker. Save a chameleon, ride a snake. Am I right?
Yeah. We'll put up on our Sweet Dreams store.
Yeah, so tweet at us about whether or not you like that merch idea.
We're collecting all of them.
Yeah. Send them on in. Carolyn, do you have any dreams that you want to share?
So, I don't know what happened to my brain, if it's just been hyperactive, but I've been having dreams that are so complicated that I can see them vividly in my head now, but there's no way I have the language for them. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
No,
actually.
you can just say it.
No.
And I wanted to bring it up even though I haven't technically... I don't have a dream to share because I just... Wow. because I bet that there are listeners, are many thousands, millions of listeners that know what I'm saying.
Innumerable listeners.
that I feel this often, and I feel this way a lot of the time. I have these just like really, and I feel the emotions that I felt during the dream too. Like I can feel how it felt in my body to be in that dream,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know how to begin to describe it, and it's really frustrating. I'll say I know that it was like I was working for somebody and they had given me a specific task, but like I cannot give you the context around it. It felt so real.
What about the context around when you went to sleep? Do you feel like you went to sleep sober and like after a work day, or
It was the first night that I slept here, I think, at Mom and Dad's house.
okay?
Do you remember, like, were you like inside or outside for most of the dream? Like, were there other people there? Was it crowded?
I think that's the thing. Though I don't think she can remember.
Like I think there were a lot of people. I remember
you
like
didn't dream then.
Like I remember it felt so real that I felt like that was my life. Like I was seeing people I knew. I feel like there was a ship at one point. I was like in an environment that felt very real. And I had like very real history and future goals attached to the me in the present of the dream. It just felt so real.
Yeah, it sounds like you were like overloaded with like a lot of stuff. Like your body was asleep, but your brain was still burning at a mean rate.
Yeah.
No, I have those dreams a lot too. Where I know, excuse me, I woke up and I know that I had like a fair amount of dreams, but it feels like there was so much to it that I can't retain it. Like I almost feel exhausted waking up, and that sucks. I think that like I've been trying to drink a lot of chamomile before bed. Obviously not while I'm home because I don't have it here. Like holidays are stressful, so you're trying to pack a bunch of shit in like a 1 week period. So that makes perfect sense to me.
What about you?
So I sort of have like two sets of dreams I can share. I had one last night that was like very it was all about like the architecture of the building that I was in, and then all of a sudden it wasn't, and it was very much about like this rich family that I had encountered. Initially I was outside of this building and the scale of it was huge. It was like it was stylized like an old like Gothic cathedral or something like that, but it was so large that there were these indentations in the side of the building that had like their own ecosystems inside of them. Like there were birds in these like alcoves of this building, like in clouds and shit too. And I was watching people come out on like the walls, the exterior walls of this building, and sit there and talk to each other. It felt like my perspective kept shifting. Like I was the one that was not in the wrong, but like almost like an MC Escher painting in a dream where like they were standing the right way, like Mark McGrath in the Sugar Ray video Fly. And I'm aging out of this podcast right now. No one knows what I'm talking about.
Caught up with your Harry Potter. Everyone else could pick up their slack too.
I did watch a lot of Harry Potter recently. So anyways, after I got inside this building, there was like a really rich family inside, and I was really upset with them, and I was like berating them. I was like, you guys are what's wrong with the world. Like, you're the reason that there's so much pollution and so much like there's such a wage gap and a wealth gap, and like it's all your fault. And it was like this real like bougie like penthouse suite apartment, and like they had two older sons that were just like cross-armed looking at me the whole time, and eventually they escorted me out. And in the meantime, I had my backpack was there, and it was like everything was spilled out, and I felt like they were all looking at me and judging me, and I wasn't doing a very good job of calling them out. So there was that dream. That was weird. That was like started kind of beautiful and then ended up really like stressful. I had another two sets of dreams that I'll go through really quickly where I was with one of the artists that I work with, and he was driving and he was running me over, but it didn't hurt. And I was sort of like, yo, Joey, I don't think you should be driving, man. And he was like, what, you think I don't have the ability to drive? And I was like, no, it's because you're looking at your phone the whole time and you kind of ran me over. And then in another dream, he was like literally parking his truck by like manually lifting it up and pushing it up this hill and putting it into a parking position. And I didn't say anything to him that time. I remember thinking like, yeah, he's got this. I can't do that.
Your first one, you said you saw like a weird like Coliseum with a bunch of these like alcoves.
It was a little bit like a Coliseum, but it was more like a cathedral or a tower. But it was like gothically styled.
So these like alcoves that house birds and other things, were they self-contained, or were they just like everything was just staying inside those areas because they were supposed to be there?
Oh no, they were not self-contained at all, and I'm so glad you bring that up, because at one point the birds flew up against my face. They pelted me. It was like in Spirited Away when like the birds are like all those paper things, and they just like disappeared against my face, and it felt like nothing hitting me, and then they all just kind of like disapparated in front of me. I don't know, that's not all that interesting, but that's what happened. Should we get into the dreams?
Let's dive in. I don't talk about those anymore.
Let us start with a digital.
Digital dream comes from subreddit. #dreams. This one comes from user eyebrow shampoo. That's nice.
Do you guys usually shampoo your eyebrows when you're shampooing your hair?
If it only happens by accident.
I like specifically shampoo my eyebrows.
I know that's a lie.
I do shampoo my armpit hair.
There you go.
You hit your pits, you hit your butt.
The shampoo? You shampoo your butt?
Really?
Yeah.
Do you do it again with soap?
No, just the shampoo. Because I know I'm worth it.
Shampoo.
Go ahead, say it.
You are?
This one comes from the Dream subreddit from user eyebrow shampoo. It is titled Mutant Biker Puppy. I dreamt there was a German Shepherd puppy, Mutant, who rode motorcycles and fought villains. During a fight, I saw a villain come up behind him on another motorcycle with a taser. When he tased the puppy, it gave him superpowers, and he and his motorcycle started flying. The end.
The first time I saw this dream, I thought it was the puppy tased the villain, and he got even better, just got some superpowers and took off.
Nope.
But no, the guy sapped the puppy power, tasing that poor pup, that poor mutant puppy.
Well, yeah, but the puppy bounced back. He got more superpowers from the taser. Yeah, when he tased the puppy, it gave him superpowers, and he and his motorcycle started flying. Oh, I see how you interpreted that. Yeah. No, I think that like when the puppy got zapped, he got even more powerful. Like almost like the opening montage of a show. I think the puppy is like do-gooding, and then this bad guy descends down behind him and is like, "I've got it, a taser." Gets him, and the puppy goes, "What the heck?" and turns around. New superpower.
What's the new superpower?
Oh, it doesn't say in here, so it's up to us at this point as far as I'm concerned. Probably something with electricity. Well, so his motorcycle starts flying. It does say that. So he has the power of flight. So it's a little bit like Hagrid. I think that this puppy is probably getting electric superpowers.
Yeah, I think that's probably pretty close. A sidebar. The dreamer doesn't say anything about themselves being in this dream. Like they're not interacting with any of this other than they looked back and saw the puppy had this villain coming up on them.
Yeah, no, that's true. It's almost like a movie. But that actually happens to me a lot of time in dreams. Does it happen to you?
No, I feel like I'm usually more directly involved in my dreams. There could have been more that the streamer didn't remember or didn't think was important to share. Like they were on a motorcycle in front of the puppy, running from the puppy, and something came up and took out the puppy.
Yo, what if that's the case? What if they're too ashamed to admit that they were one of the bad guys?
Ooh, what if they tased the puppy and then they felt really bad, so they just said, "Oh, some villain did it."
There's like still plenty of shame in the anonymity of the internet, and they're like, "I don't want to admit it. I tased that puppy. I was the bad guy."
I have been in my mind since we talked about something a while ago, trying to come up. You said it's like a movie. I said, what's this movie called? I'm trying to come up with a good joke that whole time that merges like woof and bark with shock or electro or something.
Wolf, bark, shock, electro, puppy.
That's bad. I feel like they already made this
rough translation. Is this a foreign film?
Did they already make this movie? And is it the movie Bolt?
Wait, I haven't seen Bolt. Can you tell me about it?
That sounds pretty similar.
It's a puppy that I'm pretty sure... maybe he does have superpowers. I know he wears like a little lightning bolt on it, but so I don't know if he's electric or if he's just really fast. All I know is I went to see that movie on my first ever date in 6th grade.
So this is the origin story of how Carolyn started dating. In the 1st grade, you said?
6th grade. Oh my god.
Sorry. If the puppy had
a 401k.
Yeah, I really wonder what the puppy's retirement plan was like. No,
sorry.
Fuck.
I hijacked it. I took it from you. What were you wondering about the puppy? Something about electro, shock, maybe a cape. Because I was thinking that it had a cape this whole time.
What dog breed are you imagining?
Well, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
It says German Shepherd.
Yeah, you know, even though I did hear that, I did imagine a Basset Hound.
Oh, the Basset Hound sidekick.
The Basset Bolt.
The Basset Bolt. The German
shock puppy.
Shock puppy, yes.
Ganache.
And he is taking care of... They don't give us much, so I gotta go... Yeah, I gotta go back to the title. I gotta go back to... He's a mutant. So, like, it's, like, post-apocalyptic, right? There's gotta be, like...
He's attached to the bike.
What if he's, like, that? That would be cool. I was also thinking, like, half Animorph. Like, just, like, anthropomorphized?
Anthropomorphized.
Oh, okay. What is it? Okay, one more time. I'll edit this all out.
Anthropomorphized.
What if he's like an anthropomorphized puppy, human boy cop?
Was that Bolt? I didn't see it.
No, Bolt was about a puppy that acted in Hollywood and thought the superpowers he acted like he was having were real, and then goes off on a dangerous mission thinking he has superpowers.
Okay, so this movie that we're coming up with is better than that.
Hands down. Balls down.
What are the books called where it's the people becoming the animals?
Animorphs.
Okay.
What do you want to know about it while you're looking it up?
I just want to look up Animorph's dog because I want to see that middle part.
Oh. Shit. And so that's the thing. So
it looks like a mutant.
Of all the tragedies that happened in Animorphs, there was some real serious... Okay, so I've listened to some fucking intense podcasts about Animorphs. They get into some heavy shit in that book, or that book series. And they get stuck sometimes in the animal form, and then there's a whole... Okay, so, alright, so I'm glad you brought this up, because I'm really all about Animorphs. There is a book in Animorphs where one of them becomes a starfish, and one of her limbs gets chopped off. And then, because starfish have regenerative capabilities, that limb generates a new starfish, and there's a doppelganger of this person, this original girl that became the starfish. I don't remember what happens after this, I'm sorry, but they do have to do battle.
So I wonder if after she came out of starfish form, was she missing an arm or a leg? Did she stay in starfish form and they battled after one fully regrew, or did she morph out and she's like, oh, I really gotta go to the ER now?
If I remember right, they morph out. No, I'm telling you, it's real. Yeah, you see right there. I'm telling you. I think the thing happens where she morphs out and she ends up being okay, but then the real catastrophe is that there is a second version of her from the limb that grew into a real starfish that morphs back into a human. I don't remember exactly that. This is fucking years ago.
Mean Rachel and Nice Rachel.
Yes. Okay. So I didn't make it up. It's real.
Wow.
Yeah. So of course it's Rachel, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're way off on a tangent right now.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, also, so this happens all the time in our dreams, or our dreams. People that send in dreams, the doppelganger thing is real. So do have to be equipped for this when entering the Dreamverse. It's possible that you get a leg chopped off and that leg comes back as you. Carolyn is just showing me a picture of...
It's Pitbull.
It's just a real Pitbull turning into Pitbull. The rapper.
Oh, that's great. To understand the future, we must go back in time.
I guess what I'm saying is I don't have any advice for our dreamers in regards to this.
No, fuck them.
There is no advice to give. It's an interpretation at all now.
It's an interpretation.
Thank you, Eyebrow Shampoo. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Do you also condition them? All right. Dear Dreamer?
Give it to me.
Okay. So maybe about a year ago, I had a super bizarre dream about having to cross my elementary school playground in a life or death situation. I don't remember why it was life or death, just that it was definitely life or death. So, I was kidnapped and forced to come to my old elementary school. My captors never spoke or hurt me, just kidnapped me. No big deal. We get to the school and I am led to the side of the building where I am then very rapidly de-blindfolded and handed a piece of paper with instructions on it. It told me I needed to get across the entire playground without touching the ground, because if I did, quote, untold evils would seek me out. So I started crossing this playground, and it's relatively easy until I got to the part where I had to cross the tightrope. It was 2 platforms on either side with a board held up between the 2 by chains, so when you walk on it, it wobbles. I accidentally let my foot slip off, and all of a sudden I was surrounded by alligators charging at me, and I wobbled so hard that I fell off, and I woke up before I experienced the gory details. And that's from Holly.
Whew.
This is like every middle school adventure come to life in a dream. And then also, why do so many of our dreams involve alligators and crocodiles?
They're just like birds.
So many themes.
Alligators lay eggs.
This person got kidnapped at the
Really?
beginning of this dream?
Yes, they did.
Alligators definitely lay eggs, for sure.
Whoa.
So they got kidnapped, taken to their old elementary school, and then set off on this like life or death situation,
That's-
like obstacle course.
That's basically the floor is lava
Yeah.
times
Yeah.
1,000.
Like John was saying, this sounds like stuff that we would just do on the playground. Like,
Yeah.
time to make this 30-minute recess way more exciting. Wonder if one of those adventures just stuck with our dreamer.
The stakes are high, though. The alligators are there.
It's your subconscious, of course. I mean, it's going to be real.
Oh.
So you did this in real life, and then your mind was like, oh, you know what you were imagining? This tightrope. Crocs.
I'm wearing Crocs.
I'm wearing Crocs. That's why I slipped and fell. Oh, our next sponsor?
Don't mind if I do.
I see what you're saying, though. It's very, like, Shark Boy and Lava Girl-esque of, like, whatever this person... Wait, I think that's wrong. So, like, whatever this person is imagining as a child then is, like, what is becoming reality in their dream.
Yeah.
Okay. That is very interesting. It's also interesting that the streamer said they had it only about a year ago, so it's kind of recalling something. That childish nature, but with a deadly reality twist.
I would say maybe hit up your local gymnastics club and see if you can work on some tightrope, like balance beam action.
Yo, I like that.
Go to the zoo, meet a crocodile alligator. One of them.
Crocagator.
Crocagator.
Because, like, you've got sort of, like, 2 things happening there. You've got, like, you get to play out this dream a little bit. You get to do, like, a real life physical thing where you're, like, almost an obstacle course and you're getting it out. And then you are, like, getting your mind and body active. You're engaging yourself. You get to sort of forget about, like, all of the, like, pitfalls of, like, you know, adulthood and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if we want to really dial in and interpret this dream, like, if the ground is lava is, like, bullshit of adulthood.
Walk
Speak
that
it.
tightrope.
Speak it.
Avoid it by having some fun.
Yeah, streamer, please engage with funness. Report back. We
Why
hope.
did you just look at James like
I
that?
don't know. I thought I was just having a good conversation.
No, you were, but you just, like, dead-eyed him.
Enjoy your funness.
Yeah, dreamer, you're feeling bogged down by adulthood. John and James and I, we're the professionals. We hit it on the head.
Yeah, we're fine. We don't deal with any of that shit.
Yeah.
John is broke.
Going back to the tightrope zoo idea,
Yeah.
what if you get so good at your local gymnastics place that your first like big year-long performance, you do it at the alligator pit at the zoo?
Oh my god.
So you're walking this balance beam and really living out this dream that you had.
And then when you look down, you see all the alligators are holding bills and empty milk cartons, and you realize that we were right. They were the plagues of adulthood.
Why are there empty milk cartons?
Like, I don't know, you have to buy groceries.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, like, I went to, like, barista mode, and I was like, oh, shit, I can't make any of these lattes. What was the name, the pen name that the streamer sent in again? Sorry.
They didn't...
Holly.
It's their name's Holly.
Oh, shoot, okay.
The stage name.
I should have called them Holly Jolly for the holiday. For the holiday.
Not
Ooh.
too late.
Yeah, say it again right here like you would introduce a dream I could put back in there.
And that's from Holly. Holly. Holly.
Aren't you going to say that's from Holly Jolly? You literally said the wrong word 2 times in a row.
What the fuck? Dude, I think it's hitting. Okay. I'll do it again.
Holly. He looked around like, oh, did I nail it, guys?
I was doing it real good.
Oh, shit.
Holly Jolly.
No, that's not gonna...
Okay.
You have to leave all that in, though.
Well, probably.
Yeah.
Honestly, it works. I'm ready for a new dream.
Holly Jolly.
The dream monster is hungry.
Alright, I will jump to another dream. Okay, this one also comes from Reddit, the dream subreddit. It is titled Food Equals Nightmare by Sailor Trash Can.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry, by Sailor Trash Can.
Food equals nightmare.
The worst, like Sailor Moon, Sailor Jupiter, Sailor Venus, Sailor Landfill. Like, what the fuck? Okay, here's the dream. I don't know why, but if I eat ham a few hours before I sleep, I end up having extremely vivid and terrifying nightmares. So much so, my fiance has banned me from night ham.
No more ham.
Because he has woken up to me screaming or crying. Does anyone else have ham nightmares? Or simply a specific food that you think contributes to nightmares? Edit. Fuck. Edit. Okay, I don't eat ham that often. Fuck. Edit. Okay. I can't.
Edit. Okay, I don't eat ham that often, but since it's the holidays and ham is often cooked, I had to bring it up. It's one of my favorites during the holidays, and I'll hoard leftovers, including ham, and make sandwiches all damn day. Just not at night.
Oh, thank you, James.
I got you.
I'm so sorry.
So, anyone else ever have ham nightmares?
No.
I mean, well, we've talked about the other side of this with eggs and
pigs make eggs.
Providing dream recall, but no, that being a food that will affect your dream at night. And this person has experienced something to like the nth degree where they've pinned it down to it's ham.
It is ham.
Shit.
It's ham. Nothing else about what's going on in my life matters. It's the ham I ate, and I got piggy nightmares.
Piggy nightmares.
Okay.
And it's not even like, because we experience you have to eat a certain amount of eggs or are they made a certain way. This one's just any ham at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like, okay, so it's the frequency and the time, right? If they eat too much ham too late, they become a ham sorceress.
They become a hamster.
No, that's not what I said. Although, that works though. If we're gonna, okay.
Don't fucking backtrack.
Alright, I already took the stance. I have to stick with it. I really do wish the one thing that I don't like about Sailor Trash Can is that they did not. I gotcha. They did not give us any of the ham nightmares. This is the one thing that I am like. Oh,
well, the only thing they gave us was that they've woken up screaming or crying. Like those are some night terrors. Those are some piggy terrors. Porky terrors.
Do you think they're about like the butchering process? That's dark.
I mean, that would be a very specific nightmare to have after eating ham. But maybe after the dreamer realized, like, oh, it's ham. What if these nightmares did shift to, like, she is now the lead of a slaughterhouse, but then she starts going through the slaughterhouse. You know, just like some real piggy terrors.
Like Okja, sort of?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oof.
No spoilers here.
Well, I mean,
Okja is a type of tea drinking in South America.
is it really?
Mm,
No,
sure.
you're lying to me.
Matcha. It's close.
Okja,
Gotcha.
It's
matcha, gotcha.
I know matcha's.
There it is.
A prank show where
what's
you
that
get them
called?
and then you give them matcha.
Drink it out of a gourd.
Matcha, gotcha.
What's it called? My roommates Aaron and Nathan used to drink it all the
Eggs, matcha,
Water?
time. Matcha is green tea in Japanese.
Okja, matcha, yerba mate.
Yerba mate, that's
there
what
it
it was.
is. Gotcha.
Okja matcha gotcha. That's the episode title.
I have a hard time defending Sailor Moon Trash Can because they say that.
Please keep saying that name.
They say that because it's the holidays, ham is often cooked. They say, and I'll hoard leftovers, including ham, and make sandwiches all damn day, just not at night.
This is just your poor diet.
I think so. Yo, I really don't want to come down on anybody for their diet, but like, if you're hoarding a bunch of things and then making said food product all day long,
all damn day.
yeah, so much so that you gotta cuss about it, like, it's gonna fuck up your dreams.
And your poops.
This may be sacrilege, but could this potentially happen with eggs too?
Nah, eggs are always great.
Okay, good. I was worried for a second.
Eggs don't really affect the topic of the dreams. It's more about dream recall and how vivid that dream is going to be.
Mm-hmm. But if you pull a hamstring, then
what
it's
if you
all
ate
downhill.
A ham and egg omelet
Yes!
before you went to sleep, so you'd
Yes!
have a really vivid night terror.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I think
Dreamers,
that's what
we
it would
do
give you.
not recommend this.
Yeah, the one food not to eat before you go to sleep is a ham omelet.
Oh.
Steer clear.
Yo, I like this. It's like the X, Y, and Z of like controlling a dream.
Mm.
So the X is eggs. This is controlling like what your power, right?
The x-axis.
No, that's what I'm talking about. The Y is ham. You got to be careful with the Y
Yams.
because that'll throw you so far off in night terror territory.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Z is the one that we don't know yet. This is the one that we're
What
going
if
to come
we
across
are
later.
the Z?
We are the graph. I think so. I think we
okay.
are like the canvas. I think we are like here to catch all of this bullshit
Oh, so
and make sense of it.
we gotta find the dream leader.
We gotta find the Z. So X.
What if it's
Eggs.
fucking Zed from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
Oh, he was a weird looking motherfucker. He looked like lasagna with a bunch of metal around it.
That was hot.
Look him up, Carolyn. I know you don't know it. He
was
What's
a
this?
beast. Zed. Look, you have to look
Lord.
up Power Rangers Zed.
Google search Lord Zed on Christmas Eve 2019.
Look at that.
You said
beefcake.
lasagna?
Yeah, get a good picture.
Well,
He's just like flesh strapped together.
yo, yeah.
Kind of terrifying for a children's show, honestly.
Yeah.
That was the first reptilian t-shirt.
Yeah, I didn't get that one, and I'm still sad about it.
Hmm.
Where's that back order catalog?
Mm.
What is this horrific cosplay of Lord Zed?
It looks like a children's birthday cake.
Oh, is that in paint?
Oh, somebody made it, you guys.
Yeah, and they did a bad job. That happens sometimes
Look
when
at
people
that
make things.
diaper.
Oh, that is a big
Yo,
diaper.
he's thick.
$8.
You want to know another thing about the first reptilian t-shirts? It was two of them. It was Lord Zed and Goldar, which you can look up. On the Goldar one, I misspelled the reptilian. It had 3 eyes in it. So, I did not give any of them away.
Oh, dang. People missed out on the Goldar.
I think it
Oh
was that
god, his
image.
kneecaps are so irritated.
He looks like he's somewhere between,
Sexy and fantastic.
yeah.
Look at that smile.
Dear dreamers that don't know Goldar, it looks like somewhere between Beast from X-Men, if he was like really sexually charged.
And like
And-
an ancient Egypt pharaoh.
Yeah, kind of like if the Sphinx was a set of gold armor.
Whoa,
Look at
and
him.
wings?
Oh, yeah, he's got wings.
Yo, okay, that's a really weird thing about these old shows. Can you imagine having been those people that were in those costumes that were like fighting in those like fake towns?
You don't know if you're going to get re-signed for season 2.
Yeah.
You have to worry about if you're going to be able to continue your work in your outfit.
Do I have enough cocaine for season 2?
Powerful yet overconfident warrior.
It's true. He was one of Rita's like right-hand people, and he thought he could always best the Power Rangers.
Google search Goldar sign. I bet he has a Taurus.
Just edit out all the Power Rangers talk.
Save it for the Easter egg.
I'm feeling all sleepy.
Okay.
Take a nap.
Let's go to the snooze shack, baby.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
This episode brought to you in part by Saturator, a Seattle-based audiovisual production team available for commissioned capture and content. Saturator is a multimedia collective dedicated to facilitating your creative vision. Saturator. Maximize your pixel. Saturator. Maximize your pixels. Check out their Twitch stream, and please feel free to reach out by email or Instagram, found on our Sweet Dreams Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram profiles. Come make Saturator. Let your dreams come true, please.
I know those guys. It's cool. Like, we're good.
Yo, just do it, okay?
Yeah,
Just check them out.
They're doing some cool shit nowadays. They're doing videos of some awesome
Old shit,
new shit, sexy shit. Some really, really nice, sexy stuff.
like the poop you had to put down the toilet for me at the tattoo place the other day.
Not at all. No, not at all like that. I mean, I'm glad you bring that up, but it was mostly like burlesque stuff.
John had to
beautiful.
unclog my poopy. But
I did.
Saturator will help you unclog your poopy.
Metaphorically speaking, Saturator is going to
Unclog your poopy feeds on your profiles and give you non-poopy
Maximize
content.
your plumbing.
Yeah!
Exactly. So what's going to happen is you're going to have a great idea. You're going to say, I need an audio-visual representation of this. But my mind is clogged.
I have this poopy in my mind.
You're going to hold a Saturator. You can find it through our stuff, and they're going to be like, we're going to make you a beautiful video. It's going to be original.
It will plunge you.
It'll plunge you. And it will flush away all of your doubt. And your project will grow. Your idea will be wonderful. And colorful. And glitchy.
You'll probably have hung up by this time.
Yeah, don't hang up on us. I also want to talk to you guys about Nintendo Bros. Nintendo Bros is a comedic informational podcast on all things Smash Brothers. Hosts Johnson and Eric take turns educating each other on the history of characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Where did they come from? Why do they deserve to be in the game? And of course, they good. Join Nintendo Bros in discussions about the current state of competitive Smash, history, and most of all, just straight up nonsense. Tweet your personal answers to the Race to the Finish segment at Nintendo Bros 1 on Twitter for a chance to be shouted out in an upcoming episode. It's available on iTunes and Spotify. And then after that, I have a list of things that I need to change for my bank, which didn't work, because fuck my bank. You know who didn't fuck me over? Nintendo Bros. Nintendo Bros is the shit. I love you, Johnson.
We love you too, Johnson. And your buddy Mark. Eric.
You know him like the back of your hand.
If anyone else has any interest in getting an ad spot on our show, we'll try not to fuck it up too bad. And if you want to do some cross promotion, we can arrange that. Also, if you're just looking to do a shout out to anyone in the Dreamiverse, email us at sweetdreamspodcast@gmail.com. Connect with us on Instagram, Spotify, iTunes, Outlook, Netscape Navigator. Hit us up.
You know what's so great about our podcast?
Everything?
Not much.
Everything. a little bit in the middle of the two of those. We might not always get it right, but we're going to give it all we've got to give. We give our whole hearts to every episode.
It's these visors. That's what's doing it.
I forgot we were still wearing them.
I wake up late and somehow realize I left my phone at Nick's house. So Willa, my dog, and I head on over to get it. When I walk into his place, I see him sleeping in his chair with the TV on, playing some Netflix trailer over and over.
Ooh.
I grab my phone and turn to leave. I stop to look what's on TV, and it's a trailer of Willa and I skateboarding up and down the hallway. While skateboarding, I eat shit. And as I'm lying there in pain, I turn into some sort of nacho human. Like
hell yeah.
like just legs with a nacho body. And like the worst nachos too. There's chips, ramen, ketchup, and mustard.
Those aren't
nachos
anymore. That's vomit.
As I lay there in pain, Willa starts eating my nacho head. Trailer fades out to a Denny's logo saying this feature is brought to you by Denny's. I wake up and am left to wonder what it all means. That is from the Time Lord.
Oh, man.
Our ad spot is better than the Denny's ad spot.
Yeah.
We have that to be thankful for.
Give you more answers than questions. Okay, so their dog started eating their head. Wonder if it was painful. Wonder if they just felt like if it was like trimming your toenails or something. But on your head.
But on your head.
The toenails on your head, yes.
Also,
You guys don't
not
have this?
nachos.
Yeah, those are. Wait, what were the toppings again? Ramen, ketchup,
And
mustard.
mustard.
Yeah.
On top of a chip.
That's like the stuff that you left in your cabinet.
The only things that
Cabinet.
go together, ketchup and mustard. Like you would not put ketchup or mustard in ramen ever. Chips don't go with ketchup or mustard.
Oh,
That's true.
chips go with mustard pretty good.
If they're like those pretzel crisps.
Yeah, no, I think generally speaking, James is onto something. Like, this is a weird collage, a weird hodgepodge of things. Maybe your dream is
No, you're right, and it's not nachos.
It's not nachos at
It's
all.
nachos.
We can all agree on that.
Nachos.
It's nachos.
Not nachos.
Okay, so your dog is trying to eat you.
Yeah.
In the hallway.
After you eat shit from skateboarding, you fall down and instead of your dog licking your wounds, they start eating your nacho head.
I know this dreamer. I know that they can't skateboard. I know that they never did skateboard. So that
And have never seen a nacho in their life.
Nope. No, I know we have shared several nachos.
I mean, I guess I would probably be in the same situation as this dreamer, and if a bunch of stuff was on chips, I'd call it nachos too, because that's what you do. You just stack stuff on top of chips. So maybe it's just the arrangement of the ramen, squirt some ketchup and mustard on it, like, cheese sauce.
Okay, so it's more about like it's an art form. It's more about like the arrangement. It's about like the presentation. It has less to do with like you are done with like the traditional contents of nachos. You were looking for something new, Time Lord. You want to create a new type of food.
A newcho.
A newcho. What? Carolyn, do you like this?
That's nacho newcho.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
This
newcho.
is good.
This is good. Okay, new show.
Newcho. Okay, so the newcho is this. It's whatever you want it to be.
No, because you're owned by Denny's.
Oh shit, there was that too.
Yeah.
So this was the commercial they were watching, right? This wasn't actually part of their dream.
Yeah.
It was part of the trailer that just kept running over and over again.
I mean, it was still contained within their dream, but yeah, it was branded.
And they weren't like experiencing it; they were watching it. They were watching themselves skate down this hallway.
Mm-hmm. It's another one of those funky little dreams.
Oh, this is the doppelganger. This is what we were talking about.
Where they watch themselves.
And what their doppelganger do? Some terrible stuff. Some like turned into a bunch of shitty nachos and got eaten by their dog. Which I'm assuming the streamer loves their dog.
Mean Dreamer. This was the Mean Dreamer they were watching.
This was
the Mean Rachel.
the doppelganger.
Okay, so then is the newcho a bad thing? Like, can the newcho? So like a doppelganger. Sorry, I'm turtling this. Like I'm fidget spinning for our dreamers at home. Sorry. Is the newcho a bad thing?
So then the newcho might be part of how this dreamer sees themselves, because that's what they're literally doing in this dream. So maybe they go together like a dish would, but there's some pieces that maybe they don't even feel like fit right in that dish.
And maybe, they feel run by capitalism. Denny's.
Denny's.
You have to break out, dear dreamer.
Take the red pill. I always get them mixed up.
I think it was the red pill. I think it's take the red pill and see how deep the rabbit hole goes. Take the blue pill and wake up.
Sounds right. Take the red pill,
and
Dreamer.
Denny's logo's red, so you'd have to take the red no matter what it is. So.
Right.
And there was ketchup.
Ketchup and mustard. Red.
Well,
yellow.
it could have been that 90s blue ketchup.
Gross.
Yo.
Yuckers.
The green and the blue ketchup. You guys remember that?
Yes.
Why was that ever a thing?
Because capitalism.
Oh, because of Denny's.
Because they were like, the kids will scream for it and the parents won't be able to say no. It's the same thing with, I think it's called Goober. Is it where it's just like the streaks of jelly and then the streak of peanut butter?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Remember that?
But
I
it's
think that was
ketchup
just
and mustard on your ramen nachos.
And it's like an Uber, so you can order it to your house.
Yeah.
But I would argue that having something like Goober, those two things mixed together better. They're supposed to go together. Whereas this dish that this dreamer sees themselves as is only matching, like, they're all delicious. Ketchup and mustard, great mixture. Put that on a bunch of things. Ramen, I love ramen. Nachos are fantastic too. Put them all together. What do?
Poop.
Something brand new.
Gotcha matcha.
Gotcha matcha.
In the
yerba
gashapon.
mate in the gashapon. I'm trying to see this dreamer through the forest, through the trees. I'm saying, listen to your heart, listen to the rhythm of the beat. I'm saying you are strong. Your brain has come up with something beautiful. Go on, past Denny's, past capitalism, past time, past nachos. Create something new. You have a whole.
They are the Time Lord.
Exactly. You are the Time Lord. You have a whole new world in front of you. Seize the day. Seize the nacho. I will brand that. I have no money left.
I have no money left.
Celebrities have dreams like us. Do, 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 do. Yahoo! All right, so I have gotten some of the cracks and crevices out of this segment that I want to start doing. Last time we did this, I read a dream and you just had to willy-nilly pick somebody you thought it was.
We got real close.
Which I thought was just funny. Because it's more about we read a funny dream. It's less about you getting it right. But I understood. I heard some feedback.
Oh, I will say, though, regardless of what you do next, I would do it the same way again. I will plunge into the darkness with you, siblings.
Thank you.
First answer is going to be Marilyn Manson.
So I now have selected 4 dreams that I pulled from different celebrities' Twitters.
Okay.
And I will read the dream, and then I will give you 3 options of who posted this dream.
So we have to wait until the end to guess?
Yes, I think we should.
Well, yeah, because I'm not going to say the options till the end.
Well, yeah. But, like, if you say A, Justin Timberlake, B, Marilyn Manson, and before you say C, I say Marilyn Manson, do I win?
I would love for you to wait.
Okay.
I would love that from you.
I would love for you to wait, too.
Our first dream. I had a dream last night that I auditioned for SNL and I didn't make it. But I did make Lorne Michaels laugh once. 10 out of 10 would dream again. Was that from Justin, Travis, or Griffin McElroy?
Oh,
I'm going to go for Griffin.
No, I'm going Travis. I'm going Chavy.
Final answers?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm going to change to Justin.
Whoa, alright.
Yeah. He's got more of the actor vibe. Although I feel like this has Griffin written all over it, but
I don't think Griffin tweets anymore, so that's a little bit of like behind the scenes knowledge.
Well, it was Griffin.
Oh shit!
Because these tweets this one I think came from 2012. It's been a long time.
Griffin, come back.
Griffin, come back. You can blame it all on Lorne Michaels. So yeah, that was Griffin. You were both wrong, so that sucks.
Oh, good. So 0 points.
I was like, I'll take half a point. Let's keep going. Second dream.
Next dream.
0-0. Next dream.
This next dream references their husband named John. So your 3 options are all
John
only.
Cena.
No, they're all only people that are named. Wait, shit. So your 3 options are all only people that are married to men named John.
Okay.
You looked all this up.
It took me a minute.
Yeah, I have a database.
Okay.
Absolutely had the worst dream of my life. John died, became a bird, called me on a tiny cell phone as a bird. I took a carry-on to the Maldives. Is it the Maldives Island?
Yeah.
Maldives Island? With a bird john in it. So they took carry-on with bird john. Was served strawberry cat on the flight. Woke up crying covered in sweat. Bird box got me fucked up.
Holy shit.
Was that from one? I will say their names and then also who they're married to in case you don't know who the wife is.
You can just give us the names if you want to just do it.
1, Chrissy Teigen. 2, Caitlin McHugh. And 3, Kelly Preston.
Yeah, who are they married to?
Yeah, I don't know any of these people.
So Chrissy Teigen, who is John Legend's wife.
Okay.
Caitlin, they have babies. Caitlin McHugh, who is John Stamos' wife. And Kelly Preston, who is John Travolta's wife.
Thank you for doing that for us.
I'll say Kelly Preston.
For John Travolta, is
Yeah.
that right?
Yeah.
What was the middle option?
Caitlin McHugh, John Stamos' wife.
John Stamos. Caitlin McHugh.
You're both wrong again. It was Chrissy Teigen.
So it's still 0 to half a point. Shit. Alright, so
Ugh.
number 3. Dang, Chrissy Teigen.
For everyone following along at home, it's 0-0 still. James is a cheater. Listen, I have
was
nothing.
half right.
I have nothing left.
Listen, the bank took everything.
My
from
jewel pods.
I have 1 jewel pod left. I have no bank monies.
me. No bank monies.
They have stolen everything from me. It is still 0-0.
0 to 0.25.
Oh, fuck off.
Woke up to a dream where all people united in peace to fight the space aliens with 3 dicks coming out of their middle of their foreheads.
Mm.
Is that from Miley Cyrus, Bob Saget, or Jack Black?
Jack Black. I'm going to say Jack Black because it's mildly. Well, never mind. Bob Saget's offensive too. Probably especially on Twitter. You know, I'm going to change to Bob Saget. I think he's crude enough now.
Does Bob Saget use Twitter is my question to myself.
I mean, when you bounce back to popularity, like during this boom of technology, I feel like your agent tells you to get a Twitter and you get one and you update it once a week.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's what happened with me when I came back from my 90s fame.
Would do that. I will say Miley Cyrus.
James is right. It was Bob Saget.
I am winning! 1.5 to zip!
I literally have nothing left.
He is crude, and he does very actively use his Twitter.
Ah, shit.
The
I
next,
wonder if, like, with
Oh.
3 dicks coming out of your forehead, can you still wear sunglasses?
Yeah.
Like,
You gotta
is it
get
just a
prescription
dick? You
sunglasses.
got balls, too? Because if you got balls hanging down like eyebrows, how are you going to get those behind some sunglasses? You got 6 balls to go with these 3 dicks?
Doesn't matter.
It just says 3 dicks in the dream.
Yeah.
Okay, next dream.
Final celebrity dream.
So you can't even win now because I'm half a point ahead. Can't even tie. I'll give this one to you. Get reading. Let's see what's up.
Get reading.
Get reading.
Okay, final dream. I think.
Help!
Oh my god. I think my dream is being postponed due to blizzards, floods, and urgency. Poo poo bum fart fuck.
Okay.
And you want me to read it one more time?
That's like cat mayor, isn't it?
I sort of want you to read it one more time because of the content. So, yes.
I think my dream is being postponed due to blizzards, floods, and urgency. Poo poo bum fart fuck. Is that from Shia LaBeouf, Sia, or Randy Quaid?
Oh, shit. How do you pick the other ones?
It's the best part of the game, I think.
Randy Quaid.
See ya.
See you later, John. It was Sia.
Fuck.
She's weird, man.
She is. She's so weird. Thank you for playing along. This is my new fave segment and our only segment.
And I have nothing left.
Anyway, I'm going to read our last dear dream.
Okay.
I was in a sparsely furnished apartment of a person I sort of know in real life, but mostly just see on their online presence. We were making out on their couch when we stopped, and they asked if I'd like to go in the other room with them. I said yes, but I need to use the restroom first. So I go in the bathroom and use the mirror above the sink to open my mouth and look in the back of my throat.
Oh no.
Somehow I knew I had tonsil stones. My tonsil crypts were absolutely riddled with them and looked like a bunch of cottage cheese. I start to pull them out with my hands and realize the sink is very shallow and partially built into the wall. So I pull the stones out and put them in a bowl that suddenly appeared in my hand. My view kept switching to a view from inside the mouth, sort of like a cartoon. It is disgusting. The dream shifted, and I'm in my grandparents' old house with several people. I was hastily packing a bag because we had been staying there but found out the house was haunted by some sort of entity. The entity looked like death and moved slowly, but if you were caught alone in a room with it, the light would fade to black and you would die. So I packed my bag and ran down to the lower level, only to realize that I'd left something upstairs. And I was also desperately trying to convince someone to come with me so I could grab it without dying. Someone agrees. We sprint up to grab the forgotten thing and ran out of the house. Through WMU's bustling parking lot, we ran to a van parked in front of some buses. A teacher tried to stop us, but I yelled, "I'm sorry, we can't stop. We're already late for class." And we got in the van and drove away. That comes from the tonsil cryptologist. It's like such a stress dream.
Yeah.
What I gotta think, the only thing I could think of during this dream was right at the beginning when they said they were making out with someone who they only know via their online presence. They were making out with one of us.
Oh!
Yeah, we were there. We gave them cottage cheese tonsils.
Oh,
Sorry.
Shit.
Oh.
Sorry.
Our bad.
Well, I'm not going to take blame. I don't know if it was me.
Okay. One of us rolled the dice.
Yeah, I got blue cheese tonsils, so it wasn't me.
Yuckers.
So I think this is a classic stress dream. You're on a date. You
with
go
one
in,
of us.
even spookier. You go in and look in your mouth, already gross. And there's stuff in there. Whoa! And then when you start pulling them out, then suddenly, in a grandparent's house, you're so stressed because you're in rush. You're being rushed. And then you're also stressed because death. And then, oh my gosh, I'm on a school campus. Like, I'm late for class. Oh no! You are stressed.
It does seem like a lot of stress stuff built into one dream.
Our advice to this person is, Caroline, you were on a roll. What do you think? They are.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about advice. I guess I could give you some. I think you're stressed. I think that's why you had this dream.
Yeah.
I also think you have too much in your plane. There were like 4 different dreams in one dream. That's a lot. So maybe reevaluate your priorities and
instead of like necessarily reevaluating, like write the stuff down about how you feel about. I don't know, if you're making out with someone, write stuff down about your love life, what you're feeling there. Maybe pulling stuff out of your throat. You got some weird dental hygiene stuff going on. Book an appointment with the dentist. You should be getting regular cleanings every 6 months. Insurance probably covers it. If you don't, go to a different dentist. And then family stuff with death hanging over. Maybe like you may have a sick family member in real life that you're very worried about them passing away. Write that down. Get that out there. Get those thoughts and feelings out there. Work through these dream issues, and your dreams might improve.
James really always comes in and just does it up with a nice little bow.
Yeah. It's like some...
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Is it Christmas yet?
No. We're Oh.
Oh. Yo, it's 12/19. Merry Christmas.
Oh, you guys.
Let's go open all presents for our parents.
We did it. We recorded for so long, way
for
too
48
long.
hours straight.
Yeah, this is insane. From Christmas Eve to Christmas, guys, we made it.
Well,
happy
Final
holidays.
dream.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
This one comes from One Time I Dreamt Tumblr. I was eating chocolate pudding, but then I choked and died, and I woke up in heaven, and Jesus had a mullet.
Okay, so this dreamer died from eating chocolate pudding and woke up in heaven. Jesus is Joe Dirt.
Yep. Keep on dreaming, y'all. Thank you, Darkly, for letting us use your song Doghouse off the album Rarities. Thank you, Nintendo. Thank you for Saturator for sponsoring us. Thank you to Sabling for drawing us some very beautiful art. and some cheeseburgers. We just got tattooed cheeseburgers on us.
Please remember to send in your dreams to us at sweetdreamspodcast@gmail.com and get a dream journal. Make sure you got one next to your bed when you wake up in the morning. Put a pencil with it too. Don't use pen. I found out really difficult to read my pen writing in the morning. And I tried to keep notes of my dream on my phone, and the screen was too damn bright. I barely wrote down anything because I was blinding myself in the morning. This is why we need a physical dream notebook.
We have a cheeseburger tattooed on us.
So get a cheeseburger notebook and write your dreams down in your cheese booklet.
Yo, another good merch idea. I'm really good at merch.
I just threw that out there, but no, it's cool. Thanks for listening, dreamers.
I'm really good at this.
Happy holidays, you filthy animal.
Dream on.
Once an Austrian went yodeling, on a mountain so high. When he met with an avalanche, interrupting his cry, holy holy rocky here, holy rock cocoon, rumble rumble, holy rocky here, holy rock cocoon, rumble rumble.
Is this our next Halloween costume?
Rumble rumble, holy rocky here, holy